Welcome to our review of Bloodborne. I played Bloodborne as our test stream for YouTube before I was posting regularly to see how streaming on YouTube was. But I treated this game fully as a real game for the channel. So here's a review of it. First impressions holds up 10 years later. I mean, this is a 10-year-old game. I played it on PS5, the PS4 version, and it's great. It's easier than Elden Ring. I know a lot of people have played Elden Ring. It's faster paced than Elden Ring. And I'll say I didn't really have trouble with this game to start off. Most of the bosses I was able to beat on the first try. So that was a little bit different for me. I didn't really know what was going on until the end. There are clues scattered around, but I really didn't know what was going on. But I do have to say the bosses are a little bit underwhelming. There are some great ones, but not all of them are elite. Elden Ring really had elite bosses. Graphics, visuals, and audio. This game is fast paced and the graphics keep up with it. It's good for 2015, and I compare it in my head to The Witcher 3, which I did play. It was similar, but a little bit better, and the pace is faster and it kept up well. Music is eerie. I liked it. It fit the setting. The beasts and the humans, they're okay looking. They're nothing special. I would say especially the humans are not that special, but the beasts are pretty cool. But the world fits the vibe, the buildings, the NPCs. Everyone's a bit like eerie. And one really, really important thing I saw, well, not that important, but cool, is that under the boss Rom, there's an enemy. It looks like a neuron or dendrite, like a brain cell. If anyone knows, it just reminded me of a neuron in the brain from like school back in the day. And I just can't get it out of my head. The graphics on that were so funny. The visual was amazing. It was like this neuron looking blue enemy. And then I killed him. And I felt bad because I liked it. But graphics, visuals, audio, they are good overall, especially for 10 years ago. 8.5 out of 10. Gameplay and mechanics. This game was smooth in all aspects. The game shines here. It was fun, and you can learn the mechanics easily. I look forward to the boss fights every single time. Everything was fair, it was fast paced, and it kept my attention the whole time. I can see how different playstyles and personalities make certain bosses harder or easier. You have to be okay dying a lot and laugh it off. Don't take it seriously, you're gonna die a lot. I especially love the crafting. It was simple. A lot of games have very, very complex crafting. All these options to increase your weapon in this way and that way. Simple was good. You have gems, you have your upgrades, easy peasy. Initially, I felt euphoric when I beat a boss, or on the first or second try, and man, did it feel good. But the bosses got way too easy as the game went on, and the euphoria stopped being high. It was just like I expected to win initially. I was skeptical I would beat every boss on the first try, but I think 80% of the bosses I beat on the first try, which to me is wild for a FromSoft game. I don't know if I'm good or just lucky. I wasn't this successful in Elden Ring, but maybe I'm suited for fast pace. But the bosses just seem more forgettable and easier than in Elden Ring by a lot. For me, the strategy ones were a lot easier than the fast paced bosses. Rom, the two witches of Hemwick, those were super easy. Vicar Melia was very easy. And I found Father Gascon was the one that took me the most times, which I find very, very unusual for most people. The chalices, for me, I'm not a huge side quest guy. They seemed a bit aimless, like I'm just going through the motions. They lacked a bit of excitement. But if you love this game, and I know a lot of people do love this game, and you want more, I can see how you would love these. They give you more dungeons and more bosses that aren't in the main game. So I understand why people love these, but for me, it just was not worth it because I'm not a big side quester. So for gameplay and mechanics, 9 out of 10. Narrative. The story is hard to understand. You kind of get your hunting beasts, then realize everyone turns to beasts eventually. Then you learn it's because of blood, and then you're questioning everything you saw or heard. Am I even right? You have no clue what's going on at the end. I would pause, I'd look around, I'd see NPCs, I'd try my best, but it was tough. But I did want to go and find out what happens next, although I don't really know if I even understood the ending all that well. The focus of these games is not the story. You played for the gameplay, for killing bosses, winning fights, and feeling really, really strong. For narrative, 7.5 out of 10. Did I think about this game when I wasn't playing? Absolutely yes. I found myself thinking about how to be better, what buttons to press, stuff like that, and I wanted to go back and prove myself. I would really get excited to have free time to play, and I also thought about this game in the shower or while I'm trying to fall asleep. I think I had the need for Elden Ring more, but this was very, very, very close. I would give this a 9 out of 10. Overall, Bloodborne gets an 8.5 out of 10. You take the average of all the scores together, we're going to round up to the nearest 10th, 8.5 out of 10. The first place, number one ranked game on the channel, 3 games rated so far. It's eerie, it's fast paced action. If you like that, you'll love this. But I also know it's a lot of people's favorite game of all time. So let me know down below if that's the case for you. If you had a similar experience to mine or a different one, let me know how you fared with Bloodborne.